Welcome to the e-learning for Sage UBS on the topic of the self-billed invoice. A self-billing invoice is when the buyer issues the invoice to himself. A self-billed invoice can be issued when both supplier and recipient are GST-registered persons and both agree to a self-billed invoice. In this topic, you will learn how to enter a self-billed invoice in just few simple steps. The self-billed invoice is an official document. Once issued, all copies will be marked as duplicates, therefore any business must be aware and be in proper control of tax invoices being issued by their business. This is a sample of a self-billed invoice, and the following are details required on a self-billed invoice. Company information including the GST registration number, which is your business. Full supplier information for reference including GST registration number. A serialized invoice number together with the date and the invoice header clearly shown on the document. In self-billed invoice, RMCD approval is required. And RMCD approval number must be listed on the self-billed invoice. For purchases, there needs to be the appropriate description of the product, the quantity, unit price and the discounts if any. Thereafter, the total amount must be shown excluding GST, then the GST amount and then the total. There should be an indication of the tax code or rate of tax. At the end of the invoice there should be a GST summary on all GST charged, the gross amount as well as the tax amounts. Now that you have understood what a self-billed invoice would look like, we will show how easy it is to administrate a proper self-billed invoice in our products. Via the GST wizard you would already provided and updated all the relevant information for your own company information. Via the GST wizard as well you would have reviewed and ensured the proper information is created for each supplier. After both are done, creating an invoice is simple. Create a new invoice. In Sage products, invoice numbers will be assigned automatically if auto-numbering setting has been active. Notice the important serialized invoice number and also the invoice date. Select the supplier. Note that all the necessary information is already filled. Next, select the product or good received from your supplier, the quantity and the price. Apply any discounts if applicable and then review the GST code applied. If your system has been set up via the GST wizard, the GST code will automatically be populated for the conditions of this purchases and you will notice that the amounts are all calculated automatically. Once complete, save the invoice. You may print the invoice once you are clear that it is the final invoice. Here we will print a final invoice, and we review the format available. It contains all the required parameters of a self-billed invoice and there it is. Thank you, and have a nice day.